Special News of Channel 1.
It's December the 24th. I'm Chris Parker.
And I'm Lucy Jones, and here are the headlines. The United Nations Climate Change Conference COP25 ends with no deal on carbon market.
Hanoi's air quality on December the 23rd changed badly.
Horrible impacts of climate change.
Discussion: Global warming with two professors from Stanford and Yale. The UN Climate Change Conference COP25 ends after nearly 2 weeks in Madrid, Spain, from December the 2nd to the 15th, 2019, 2 days longer than expected, with a very modest joint statement. Initial ambitious goals for reducing global carbon emissions have not been agreed upon by the parties involved.
Despite efforts to finalize a set of rules of Paris Agreement on climate change, with the goal of curbing the increase of the Earth's temperature to below 2 degrees Celsius and if possible at 1.5 degrees Celsius, countries participating in COP25 in Spain have not found a common voice yet after 2 weeks of discussions.
Regretfully, after all the hard work that you have all done, we couldn't get to an agreement on this important article.
Despite all the efforts, it is my sincere regret that we were not able to reach an agreement on Article 6.
The fact that countries have not been able to complete the development of a code of conduct at COP25 this time means that all unfinished issues will be further discussed and resolved at COP26, expected to take place in Glasgow, England in 2020. After noticeably improving thanks to the results on December 22nd, on the morning of December 23rd, the whole atmosphere of Hanoi are getting worse than the previous day, returned to the red levels, which harmful to health.
In the afternoon of December the 23rd, the Department of Environmental Protection says that the air quality index AQI measure at 10 monitoring stations in the city were mostly poor. The Sub-Department of Environmental Protection also makes recommendations for people in the current air quality condition. Sensitive groups, including children, the elderly, and people with respiratory disease, should not go out to avoid health effects.
Australian authorities on December the 19th declared a state of emergency in New South Wales due to record heat that triggered wildfire across the region. This is the second time the state government has declared a forest fire emergency since September, when the hot and dry season is likely to start. Since 2016, parts of New South Wales and southern Queensland have faced prolonged drought. The Australian Bureau of Meteorology says the cause of drought is partly due to warmer sea surface temperatures affecting rain patterns. Warming air temperatures also become a cause of droughts and fires. Many environmental activists and lawmakers have called on Prime Minister Morrison, who insists that wildfires and climate change are irrelevant, to change their views and do more counter the effects of climate change.
Coming up next,
Debate on the hottest topic currently, but until then, let's take a break.
are you tired? Yes. Do you feel cold because the temperature is so low? Or you don't have anyone to hug? And now you're hungry. Don't worry. Use our new Anthel milk. You can buy it anywhere. shop, not from the mafioso. Take a little bit of milk, stir it, and then drink it. You feel happy than ever, than ever, than ever, than ever. Enfield Mill, stand the test of time. Welcome back. As you know, global warming is the hottest issues all around the world, so it's had a serious impact on human and other creatures.
To discuss with us today are Professor Charles Blanc of Stanford University and Professor Chip Michel from the Yale College. Thank both of you so much for joining with us today. As you can see, human beings and our species are living under threat of global warming. What do you think about this?
I have to say that it's truly a terrible problem the mankind are coping with. I repeat, truly terrible.
It's mainly managed because of the human activity increasing the temperature of the earth, and it will bring about unpredictable consequences if we don't get started to deal with it right away.
Well, I strongly agree with you that global warming is the huge threat to us and the creatures on Earth. But can you tell us more about the cause?
From my point of view, one part of the cause is natural. The global warming happens because the natural rotation of the sun that changes the density of sunlight and moving closer to the Earth. Volcanic eruptions are another issue that cause global warming. For instance, a single volcanic eruption will release an amount of carbon dioxide and ash to the atmosphere. Once carbon dioxide increases, the temperature of Earth increases and greenhouse traps in the solar radiations in the Earth. Methane is another issue that causes global warming. Methane is also a greenhouse gas. Methane is more effective in trapping heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide by 20 times. Usually, methane gas can release from many areas. For instance, it can be from coastal, landfill, natural gas, petroleum systems, coal mining, mobile explosion, or industrial waste process.
So, you think it results from the nature? How about you, Dr. Michel?
In my opinion, humans cause global warming are more than natural cause global warming. There have been changing for many years until now. It is still changing because modern lifestyle human. The most typical human activity include burning fossil fuel, deforestation, and overpopulation. When fossil fuels are burned, they release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases, which then trap heat in our atmosphere, making them the primary contributor to global warming. Deforestation is a human influence because humans have been cutting down trees to build paper, wood, fuel house, or more. If humans continue deforestation, carbon dioxide will concentrate in the atmosphere because trees can absorb carbon dioxide from atmosphere.
It seems that the overpopulation is also one of the causes of global warming, and I'm kind of curious about this. So I want to ask Dr. Blunt, do you consider overpopulation as one of the causes?
I totally agree with Dr. Michel. More people means more demand for oil, gas, coal, and other fuels means or derived from below the Earth's surface that, when burned, spills enough carbon dioxide into the atmosphere to trap warm air inside a greenhouse.
Besides these reasons that you mentioned, the consequences of global warming are also a great concern. Can you tell us more about this?
The effect of global warming has been brought into human attention. Human health depends on good ecological environment. It is said that global warming will be the most factor that affecting human health. Extreme high temperature will be the next century plus human health, which will also become more frequent, more widespread. Furthermore, the creatures are also affected, and the worst thing is extinction.
The average temperature in the Arctic is more than twice as fast as other regions, and the ice is melting rapidly. It is expected that by the year 2100, the sea will rise about 30 to 130 centimeters, threatening coral reef and low area of the world. Island nations and big cities like New York, Los Angeles, Mumbai, Sydney, Rio de Janeiro will be submerged. Besides, seawater is also more acidic, largely due to the absorption of emissions. If this concentration continues to rise, the marine ecosystem will face a great risk of extinction, especially shellfish or bones such as crabs and corals.
So, what is the best solution right now, especially when the situation in the world is getting worse and worse?
In my part of view, cutting down on energy use is LED light bulbs. One of the most energy-consuming things are turn off your electric devices such as TV, radio, computer. When they are not in use, you can save a large amount of electricity. That not only saves energy but also saves your money on electric bill.
And these things are very easy to do. What about you, Dr. Blanche?
I think planting trees is the most effective way to help reduce global warming.
What makes you think so?
Trees absorb carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. A single tree can soak up 1 ton of carbon dioxide in its lifetime. Besides planting trees to explain the forest area in the world, because there have been a lot of big wildfires around the world recently, especially the Amazon rainforest, which is considered to be the lungs of the world.
Well, I think both of you have some really effective solution. In a word, all we need to do is join hands to protect the earth.
Once again, thank you so much for coming, Dr. Blanche and Dr. Michelle.
That's the end of our news.
We'll be back at 6, so see you then.
And goodbye for now.